I would now like to request Dr. Deeba Husain, Advisory Board Member of Vision-Aid, to introduce Dr. G.N.Rao and request Dr. G.N.Rao to say a few words. Deeba, over to you.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. I have the honor of introducing Dr. Rao. I'd like to start by saying that Dr. Rao really does not need an introduction, and I will try my best to highlight a few of his many accomplishments here today in the next few minutes. Dr. Rao received his medical education in Guntur, Andhra Pradesh, and then he completed his ophthalmology residency at the All India Institute of Medical Sciences in Delhi. He then moved to the US and trained in corneal diseases, first here in Boston at the Tufts University School of Medicine, and later at the University of Rochester, where he then continued as faculty. Dr. Rao decided to return to Hyderabad to establish the LV Prasad Eye Institute in 1987. His vision for the Institute has resulted in this internationally acclaimed exemplary integrated model of eye care that provides primary eye care in the remote rural communities of India and world-class tertiary care at the top of the pyramid. This institute, besides providing patient care, has provided world-class specialized training to ophthalmologists all over India and other eye care professionals. It has also provided cutting-edge eye research center and an innovation center, and has one of the most comprehensive vision rehab centers that Ram just talked about. Dr. Rao is the founder and chair of LVPEI for the 33 years, and under his leadership, it has served 30 million people directly and many more indirectly. Dr. Rao professionally is an authority in diseases of the cornea, eye banking, and corneal transplant. He has published more than 300 papers and several book chapters. He has received honorary doctorate and visiting professorship at several universities in the US, Europe, Australia, and within Asia. Dr. Rao is also a celebrated and well-respected international leader in the field of community eye health, eye care policy, and planning. The most notable contribution being that he has been the chair of the board and CEO of the International Agency for Prevention of Blindness, where he played a pivotal role in developing and fostering the global initiative to eliminate avoidable blindness in partnership with the World Health Organization. This project is called Vision 2020. Along with this, he has been the president of the very prestigious Academia Ophthalmologica Internationalis. This is just to name a few of his accomplishments in this area. Dr. Rao has been honored with numerous awards for his contributions, including several Lifetime Achievement Awards from almost all major ophthalmic associations and society around the world, including India, Europe, Asia, Africa, and US. And most recently, he received the prestigious Greenberg Prize for his outstanding contributions to ophthalmology. Dr. Rao is married to Pratibha, who is a social activist, and they have 2 children, Raghav and Vedya. On a very personal note, I want to express my heartfelt thanks to Dr. Rao for engaging with our Vision-Aid family. We are honored to collaborate with LVPEI, and we are very excited that this will be an everlasting tribute to Mrs. and Dr. Krupasagar Palakurthi, especially because this was a cause that was dear to his heart. So thank you very much. And I now invite Dr. Rao to say a few words. Dr. Rao.
Thank you, Deeba, for that. Members of the Palakurthi family, Vasantha Garu, Namaskaram. Members of the Vision-Aid family, the LV Prasad family, guests and friends. Let me start out with a couple of personal connections. The first one, I think hardly any of you know. That is, I was born just about 20 kilometers from Machilipatnam in a village. And I spent my first 10 years in a village on Bandar Road. Machilipatnam is also called popularly as Bandar. The second connection is that I have had long association with Palakurthi family through my friendship with Ram Gopal and Sandhya. Since the days they were living in Boston, and in those days, Sandhya would say, I would never leave Boston. So now she has become a typical Californian. The third connection is my connection with Boston. That's where I started my journey in America in 1974. And then my daughter went to law school there. And I have always had many connections. And our institute enjoys lots of collaborations with the Massachusetts Eye and Ear Infirmary, the MIT, the Camera Culture Lab, the Media Lab of Ramesh Raskar, the Engineering School, and a few other programs at Harvard, the New England College of Optometry, and also to some degree, the Perkins School for the Blind. So lots of common linkages between our organizations, our families, and all that leading to this fantastic program that we are launching today in memory of a visionary, somebody who led an inspirational life in service. I always say for us physicians, there are two ways of life. One is service, second is business. And he chose the first of the two and created an example. We have an alignment with his vision there at LV Prasad. Today, we serve in 208 rural communities through our primary care centers, each serving a population of 50,000 in the remote rural and tribal areas, essentially a replacement for the model of eye camps in India, with permanent facilities, permanent commitment to that local community that we are there with them. And as we move forward, we are looking into getting into more comprehensive community development in these villages. These are then linked to 21 secondary level rural eye hospitals, where increasingly we are moving more and more of the tertiary care so that most care is available closer to the doorstep of people who need it most. As you all know, 70% of Indians still live in rural areas, and that's where the most of blindness and vision impairment is and the need is. So we are very honored to be chosen for this partnership by Vision-Aid. And as Ram pointed out, the various areas of partnership that we are talking about, we are very comfortable. Because in device development and testing, this is through the Technology Innovation Center that we developed about 7 years ago in collaboration with MIT Media Lab. We have engineers, designers, students coming and working. So it will be right up the alley of that group to take this program further. In research and development, we are very blessed to have a very highly qualified team. Even in low vision rehab area, we have 4 PhD qualified colleagues working in the area on various aspects of rehabilitation and low vision. So they will be leading this program with Vision-Aid. And in the area of education, as Deeba and others pointed out, we have been engaged since day one of our institute. And we train all categories of eye care personnel from around the world. And that experience will certainly help us to really scale up the program of Vision-Aid in India. And of course, the fourth one is testing of and device giving. Institute is founded on the values of reconciling excellence with equity. Our philosophy is anyone coming to any eye care service in any of our campuses, whether it's a primary center in a tribal area or our Hyderabad campus, shall be taken care of, whether they pay or don't pay, irrespective of the complexity of the disease and the cost of care. So we've been able to stick to that commitment in the last nearly 34 years. And we hope that we'll continue to do that in the future. So in all these areas, there is so much alignment. Looking at all this alignment, I have no doubt that this program will be a great success. And the support for this program came from Prashanth, who I met for the first time at his uncle Ram Gopal's home in Boston. Actually, that summer, my son also was staying with them because he was spending a summer at the local college. So Prashanth was a starry-eyed entrepreneur at that time, full of promise. Prashanth, when I heard about a year ago from your uncle of your immense success, I felt very happy, and congratulations for that and all your hard work and support from Anuradha and her own success in her area of interest. So to both of you, congratulations, and also congratulations on your spirit of giving. There are not too many in the world. There are a lot of people who make money, but very few who know how to give away that money. And for that, a special congratulations to the two of you. And I think I must congratulate Vasantha Garu for that, because she instilled that spirit of giving in you. And that upbringing certainly has helped you. So in so many ways, this partnership, alignment, I think is something what some people believe as destiny, I guess. And I'm very optimistic that we can create something phenomenal, something that can be scaled up, that can be impactful. Yet another area that after we do our work is an area of advocacy, which again, LVPEI has been engaged over the past 2.5 decades, both at the global and national levels. So with all that, I think we have a huge opportunity here to touch the lives of millions of people who need this kind of intervention so badly all across India and in other developing countries. Thank you so much.